Yo guys, what's up? It's Soul from the SoulJaz channel. I've been tagged in this when I was 10 tag video thing. Basically, we have to answer 6 questions about when we were 10 years old. Shout outs to CJ from CJ and Lols, who basically tagged me and Jasper to do this. As you can see, Jasper's not here. He's in Philippines right now. First question is, who was your first crush? Ooh, this is a hard one. 10 years old, I was in primary school. Alright, I'm not gonna name any names. Let's just say, there was this girl in my class. Don't know where she was from. Black hair. That's all I can remember really. But we'll just leave it at that. Who was your favorite pop star? Well, this is interesting. It might have been, I don't know. Maybe I'd probably say the Beatles. At the time, maybe even before I was born, they actually disbanded. But I say that because when I was young, my dad would usually like blare out all his Beatles albums. He's a massive Beatles fan. All of the songs would be like songs that I knew. All those hits like Hey Jude, Come Together, Let It Be. And, oh man, I know so many Beatles tracks. But if I had to say my favorite pop star or artist who was current at the time, about 03 to 04, I was 10 years old, so I would probably say Eminem, because if you guys don't know, I'm really into that kind of time of hip-hop. But yeah, I would say Eminem. Also around that time, I remember D12, Eminem's crew from Detroit. They had their tracks My Band and Purple Pills. They were just like the big numbers that I really remember Eminem being in. And yeah, I'd say my favorite Eminem tracks at the time were Lose Yourself and Without Me. I was what, 10? I'm not really gonna remember all those lyrics from Eminem. The really memorable part from Without Me was that nya 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 nya. I remember in the music video he'd be doing that nya 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 nya. Yeah. Funnily enough, while I was 10, Eminem didn't actually release a track during that time, like a solo track. He didn't have an album or anything released during 2003, but I do remember 2004 when he came out with Encore. I know that because I do remember me and my friend always singing Just Lose It, which was off that album. Right, question number 3. What posters did you have on your wall? I don't remember having any posters at that time. Oh, actually I did have a poster, but this was like before I was actually 10 years old, so I don't know if this counts, but I'll mention it anyway. I wasn't really able to have that many posters on my wall because I shared a room with my sister before we moved house, so you know, it was limited. But the poster that I did have, and if many of you don't know, I am a huge wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan from a very young age. The poster that I had was of this wrestler called Kane. If you guys don't know Kane, he was known as the Big Red Machine. He's now known as the Big Red Monster. If you're more up to date with it, he's now known as the corporate sellout dude. Anyways, the poster that I had of him was like, you know, him in his classic black and red mask. But yeah, I was a massive wrestling fan. I was a massive Kane fan back in the day. I remember watching the first Inferno match, which was between him and Undertaker. Kane lost. But yeah, currently, if we're talking about posters now, I have 2 huge canvas posters which were given to me as presents for my 21st birthday. If you want to watch the videos from my 21st, you can click somewhere here. Yeah, just click somewhere there. But yeah, these 2 posters are Marvel posters, and you know I'm a Marvel fan. Those posters are one you can see right behind me, the cover of the 160th issue of The Mighty Thor, and the other canvas poster that I have is a portrait of the Deadpool core, which Jasper actually gave to me, funnily enough. Alright, what magazines did you read? I didn't read any magazines. If anything, at the age of 10, I hated reading. Unless, of course, the text was wrapped around in speech bubbles in the form of a comic. You know I'm a comic book fan. Yeah, aside from Marvel, I remember at the time I would read a lot of the Beano. For me, the Beano was massive. There's characters like Dandy, Minnie the Minx, and if any of you are born around my time or were watching TV around that time as well, you'd all remember Dennis the Menace and Nasha. To me, they were like the main Beano characters. I don't know if they're still on CBBC or not, but I do remember watching them on TV before I go to school, after school, switch on the TV. Dennis the Menace would be like on at a certain time, but currently I hardly watch TV anymore, so it's all about the comic books. No magazines, sorry. Number 5, favorite shop. Fam, I was 10. I never went shopping at 10 years old. Like, the last thing I ever remember shopping for at the age of 10 was probably stationery that I needed to use at school. Like Parker pens. Who remembers Parker? Oh my days, Parker pens. In my school, if you had a Parker pen, you were a big deal. Like, for those of you who don't know what Parker pens are, they're basically really overpriced ink cartridge pens with the branded name on them. I don't really see why now it was a big deal. They were really annoying if the cartridge would burst inside it, or, you know, if you dropped the pen and the cartridge came off the inside, because, like, you know, when you unscrew unscrew it to change the cartridge over. That's it. It's a mess. You'd have the ink just spill out all over your hands and all over your clothes. But anyway, I guess then if shopping for stationery was so important, favorite shop would be, I don't know, W.H. Smith's or something like that. I don't know, Ryman? I don't know. Oh, actually, I remember all my toys came from Argos or something like that. I remember seeing all my toys in the Argos catalogue. Because of that, maybe I'll say Argos. I don't know, one or the other. I didn't really go shopping as a 10-year-old like the people of the modern culture do now. The modern 10-year-olds going out shopping to, I don't know, what do 10-year-olds do now? Some 10-year-olds have a mobile phone. I didn't have a mobile phone. In my day, we wrote letters. What was a text message? No one had a mobile phone at the age of 10 or 9. Last question is, show us a photo of when you were 10 years old. Alright, so I got 2 photos here. I'm sure definitely one of them is when I was 10. So the first one here is me at Legoland. The second one here, I think this was at church or something like that. I don't remember what the event was. Don't watch the side parting. That is probably the first time I had used hair gel. Those are 2 pictures of me when I was maybe 10, around 10, something like that. And yeah, that's the end of the video tag. Hope you had some more insight about me when I was younger. If it didn't interest you, then you've wasted a few minutes of your life right here. But Jasper should be doing a video on this while he's in Philippines. I hope. If he doesn't, when he arrives, I'll make him do one. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, do this challenge yourself if you want. I'll put the questions below so you can have a look at what you have to answer. And I have to tag someone for this challenge. So I tagged my boy Alvin Mendoza. You're up next, bro. Alright, that's the end of this video. Subscribe to us, SoulJaz channel. Jasper will be vlogging from Philippines. You'll probably see a load of videos from him soon. Peace out. This has been SoulJaz. Take care, guys. Have fun. And